And I think, and I bet many here will agree, that LGBT fans get very attached. We get very attached to ships because there's such a lack of positive representation on screen. So we hold on to the things we love fiercely, and we fiercely love Danvers. You have been very sensitive and kind about this. And I'm sure fans would love to hear from you about Danvers and get your perspective. Loaded question. Did that answer your question? Oh, Danvers. Yeah, Gloriana.
We miss Flo!
What?
We miss her! You miss Flo!
Of course. Of course I do. Of course I do. She, you know, it was quite the journey to go on with her as well. She's a very, very special woman, and it was a very, very emotional journey. And I happen to be somebody who takes things very personally as well. And the things that I love ferociously, as we said. And so it was as hard for me, and still is, to let go. It was to find her in the first place. That was a fun journey. That I can chalk up to my husband. He found my girlfriend. No, but like really legit, he did. And meeting her was, I met two other lovely women that I auditioned with, but meeting Flo was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it makes sense. And their relationship, and to see, you know, Alex find who she is because of this wonderful person who came into her life, and you know, that first kiss. And immediate denial. Hence the gay panic. Gay panic? Yes. There's so many just authentic feelings there, you know, with her, because I do feel like we did go on such a big journey together, and we did, you know, create something that's incredibly special. That, yeah, it was a heavy blow, you know, it was, it still is, like I said. I do take things very personally. I do invest very deeply. And so, knowing, you know, when that episode came up, I honestly didn't want to touch social media. I didn't want to talk to him. Just take a moment. What does everyone forget about me? I'm here too. I just need somebody to open it for me, because oh wait, there it is. I got it.
If you cry, we're all gonna cry!
He's stalling. I didn't want to talk to anybody. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's good, it's good. Where's my wine? You have to have it up here, right? I mean, I have a special pass, don't I? I asked specifically to shoot what Flo and I did. I was very, you know, I don't want to say aggressive, but I was very insistent. And Kevin Smith, who's one of the most incredible people I've ever met, was so considerate and such a huge Danvers fan, that he asked very specifically, how do you want to handle this? And I said, you know, Kev, to be honest, I'd like to shoot it in order. because I'm probably going to be very drunk by the end of the night. I kind of was. That sounds bad. Alcohol is not the solution. It helps. But that was a particularly hard day. We filmed it all in one day. It was a doozy. But I knew when it was going to air, I just kind of wanted to go away. But I wanted to be there for everybody. So it's this, you know, I'm a mom. I'm a friend and a sister. So it's hard.
You're basically Alex.
I'm kind of. Or Alex is me, I don't know. It's both. Yeah, it was hard. It's like I said, it's still hard. I want to answer this question respectfully and fully. And I can only speak for myself. I do know how much Flo loves Maggie and loves Danvers, and you know, you come up against a lot of things in this industry that are in so many ways out of your control. I know this could be like yeah, sure, okay. But unless you're in it, like, you don't really see it as clearly. And I think sometimes that makes things very hard. I fought, friends. I fought.
Thank you!
Like I said, I can't speak for anybody else. I speak for myself. And I speak for as many of you as I can in saying that that relationship did matter. It still matters. It will always matter. And, you know, the biggest thing that I could kind of walk away with was the solace that I find in it. Is that Alex and Alex's journey was defined by the relationship. It's defined by her discovering who she is and who is David. Can we just for a second just say thank you to everybody who's working so hard. Cheers. If I try to push this lime in there, it's gonna be a bad, God bless you.
Once again, I was left out of the drinks train. I'm good now, thank you. Invisible and like up here.
You're here and you're lovely, and look at your suit.
Thank you so much for your candor. Not about my suit, about...
And I'm sure I'll be able to answer that in other ways. Like, that's kind of like, that's the scratch the surface. That's the, you know, I want to make sure that things that are coming out of my mouth are, you know, in some way, shape, or form answering what you're asking.
Absolutely, and then some.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Cheers. Don't drink unless you're 21 or if you're from Europe and there's a different age.
I have so many more questions for you, but we're running out of time.
No,
and I've got